Hi, I'm Anand Sood. I've been at Peckham Industries for 2 years and I lead the human resources function. Peckham Industries recently completed an acquisition of Neatets and Sons, and I'm nominating Cara Face, who led integration from the people front. Cara has been with us for 2.5 years. As you have experienced, acquiring a private company and integrating them can be challenging as there isn't always accessible information that you can have in advance. Cara worked hard with all the information that she had to prepare for integration, especially on the enrollment and benefits perspective. Cara led the HR team to visit the TED site several times so that employees could complete enrollment within 2 weeks. The integration required dedicated focus and intensity to onboard 135 members in a short period of time. Cara put together a team to cover a wide geography. The TED's employees were located across several sites and they had limited internet capability. Cara also worked with the IT team to prepare for mobile devices and internet access when they visited back to complete enrollment. Cara went above and beyond because at this time our benefits leader was also out of pocket. New members had a lot of anxiety joining a new family, and they had many questions around their benefits. Healthcare continuation, time off, their 401k, and how balances would transfer, for example. A lot of effort went into creating communication packets so that employees knew what was coming down their way, followed by a week later of in-person visits to complete enrollment. Knowing the landscape, Cara worked with the IT team to coordinate laptops and mobile internet access so that employees could enroll data directly into KeyStyle. As the TED's employees saw how this was working out, they felt at ease, and within 2 weeks, benefits enrollment was completed. This experience touches all our values: safety, integrity, dedication, and efficiency. From communicating, engaging, building trust, and demonstrating ownership to complete employee verification and enrollment quickly. Cara also required to be innovative so that she could find the most efficient way, not only for the HR team, but also for the TED's members to complete enrollment as they were busy serving customers. Hopefully, this experience provides the TED members a clear view of family by choice in action at Peckham Industries.
My name is John Kirk. I'm the Site Operations Manager at Daily Precast in Shaftesbury, Vermont. I've been with the company for a little over 2 years now. I nominated Hugo Torres Perez, better known as Hugo. He's a production supervisor on the production floor at Precast, and he's been with the company for 13 years now. The drug cartels and poor economy have made it very difficult for decent people to make a good living wage in Mexico. Hugo moved to America about 15 years or so ago for a good living wage. That's where he started with Daily Precast as a production laborer on the floor, where he quickly learned the craft and began applying the skills to excel as a production laborer. Shortly thereafter, he became a crew leader and ran a few different beds throughout the plant, learned to run double T's, but really excelled as a crew leader and displayed excellent leadership. That's when he was given the opportunity to become a manager, become a production supervisor, something he never thought was possible in his wildest dreams growing up in Mexico. He of course knows some other people in the area who were looking for similar opportunities, who come over on various work visas and struggling to find kind of a legal way of continuing their career and continuing their own American dream. Meanwhile, of course, our team at Daily Precast for many years has been struggling to find good, steady labor and constantly looking for new employees to struggle to meet what is a very labor-intensive task of what we do at Precast. So when Hugo approached the management team about some people he knew looking for an opportunity, we were, of course, more than happy to try and find some sort of way to bring them on board. That's when we engaged the legal services of an immigration attorney to review their cases. This is where Hugo went above and beyond his role as just a supervisor in facilitating some meetings with the attorney, being the translator for them. He had driven them to Boston several times to tell their cases to the attorney and have the attorney present back their options to these members of this community. So after their legal asylum process went through, we've since hired them on. They've been working for us for about 4 or 5 months now and have already become great members of our team, welcome with open arms, and Hugo has really helped assimilate them into our culture I nominated Hugo because he really went above and beyond his role as a supervisor. His main job is really just to get crews organized, make sure everything that's on the schedule gets poured that day. It is not really his role to be out there on the recruiting trail, trying to bring new employees in or facilitating this. He's basically given people to work with and has to make them work for the most part. This was his way of taking matters into his own hands and really trying to connect the dots where he saw some people in need and he saw a company that needs employees and was trying to bring them together and find a way that was legal for not only for Peckham's interests, but of course those in his community. This is just ultimately the ultimate test of going above and beyond, where there's a lot of ownership and caring for members of his community, for the company, and trying to provide good labor, knowing that we're struggling for it. And he just displayed the ultimate dedication and loyalty throughout that process to try and bring these people on board and find a better way for them. This is a tremendous example of how Peckham empowers its people to provide value that serves not only our members' purposes, but our community's interests.
Hi, my name is Matt Dorman. I am the credit manager with Peckham. Been with the company nearly 6 years. I nominated Debbie Selmer. She's the plan administrator for our Catskill location. She's been with the company a little over 3 years. I nominated Debbie because I feel she's going above and beyond with her dedication. With the acquisition of TETS, she has uprooted herself from upstate New York and regularly goes down to southern New York to the various TETS locations. In early June, we had an aggressive go-live plan of being ready to handle all their tickets, invoices, AP, payroll, HR in our systems by July 5th. Debbie has gone around to all the locations at TETS, the quarries, the asphalt plant, the ready mix plant, as well as spending time with the office staff. So it's a variety of people she's meeting, all different levels of experience, and her support, her caring demeanor has been fantastic with all of them. On one of my visits to TETS in the office, we were working with Christina, who's trying to understand our way of ticketing and our way of invoicing and our POS system, and as well as the phone's ringing like it normally does and emails are flying in, and it was stressful and people have been away for a long weekend and the holiday. What was great was Debbie didn't wait to be asked to help. She came in and said, "How can I help?" And immediately fixed the situation. And then within minutes was talking about, actually, here's a little bit of a better way, a more efficient way of doing things. And Christina was listening, which was great to see. And you just saw the trust between the two develop right there before your eyes. The TETS staff were, from my view, when I visited out there, fantastic from day one. Trying to learn, trying to see how things could go under a really stressful situation. They're trying to learn new systems, new terminology. They have new ownership of a company they've worked for some cases a really long time. So it was great to see them welcome advice and support and mentorship from people like Debbie. I feel Debbie's done a great job. She's really going above and beyond when you consider she's basically added a lot of time to her day just getting to and from her regular location down to the various locations in Orange County where TETS is located. And she's doing her best and making a great effort to share her mastery that she's developed in her role with the people who are going to do that role for TETS. I feel Debbie's a great representation of the Peckham way. She showed great dedication, quickly went from fixing situations to bringing efficiency and showing people what she had mastered over time about quicker and easier ways to get tickets edited, invoices fixed, prices fixed. It was the Peckham way. Debbie's a trusted member of the trusted supplier. Just seeing people become comfortable around her and show trust in her and her show trust in them was, I feel, very consistent with what we're trying to be as a trusted supplier in our industry.